Brilliant, and today I'm going to fill out the homeschooling home instruction plan, or individualized home instruction plan for grades 1 to 6 with you. So I'm going to go through our homeschooling form here, which I received in my packet after sending in my letter of intent this year. And I figured it's just a great way to show you, break it down, how I fill it out. Because I know sometimes you just want somebody to hold your hand and help you fill it out. So let's get started. Okay guys, let's get down to business. Today we are filling out the Homeschooling Individualized Home Instruction Plan, or IHIP. This is for grades 1 to 6, and it is the instructional requirements. So basically, we are going to write out the curriculum we chose for this upcoming school year, which for this recording, it is 2017 to 2018. So I just wanted to go through this with you because I know sometimes it's a little scary when you're starting out and you really could use somebody holding your hand and going through it with you. So I knew I wanted that last year. So I'm just going to go through it. So ours we got, and it was a little bit filled out on the top, but I erased it so that you wouldn't see all our private information, and I can go through it with you. So in the beginning, you're going to need to put your child's information. So you're going to put their last name, their first name, their date of birth, the grade level for this year, and their 9-digit NYC student ID number if they have one. So if they went to school, like a traditional school previously, they will have one of these. So you can check their report card or like that and you'll find it. Parents' information, you need to put your last name, your first name, your home address, your city, your state, your zip, your telephone number for your house, your alternate telephone number like your cell, and your email address. So now we're going to go into subjects, and the first subject we're writing out is arithmetic, and for this year we're using Math UC Gamma level, and we're going to write down our publishing, like who publishes that. For reading, we're doing Arrow, published by Brave Writer, and we'll also be doing some daily readings, so I am including that. Spelling, we are using words that we find in our readings and in our writing and in pretty much all subjects. So all the readings and all the subjects and whatever we are reading at the time, we're choosing the words, or if there's already vocabulary words in there. Okay, so in writing we are using The Writer's Jungle, written by Julie Bogart and published by Brave Writer. For English language, we are basing this lesson plans on our reading and writing curriculum that we have listed above. So I'm just going to write that for English language. And that should be good. Based on reading and writing curriculum. Okay, so now we're moving on to our second page. So we have geography, and I'm going to write that we're going to focus on U.S. geography again this year, but we're going to begin looking at geography of the world. And then I'm going to write that we're actually going to be using Daily Geography Grade 3, published by Evan Moore Educational Publishers. So you might want to write small if you're going to fit all this information in there. You also should include the ISBN number to make it easier for them to know what books you are talking about. So you can find that on any website that you purchase your curriculum, or even inside the front jacket of your books. So I already filled a copy out, so I'm just checking to see what I have there. And yeah, so ISBN number, and then we move on to United States history. Last year, for grade 2, we fell in love with Angela Odell's curriculum for history. So we're going to be doing the updated version for Volume 2, and that's called America's Story, written by Angela Odell. It's published by Master Books, and I'm going to write down the ISBN number here, and then we can move on to science, which is going to be the same as last year for 2nd grade. We really liked our science because we got the book, which is great, plus there's like some fun activities that they have, like virtual labs, which is so fun. So I'm writing Science Fusion, grade 3, the publisher, and the ISBN number. Now we're going to get into the more subjective kind of curriculum, and that's going to be fun. We have health education. So for health education, we're going to focus on systems of the human body and healthy living. So we will be using our science curriculum and any supplemental material from like the library or bookstores. And I don't actually have it planned out yet, our supplemental material, at the time of filming and editing. So I'm just going to write supplements, and that should be fine. So for music, we're going to continue learning piano, and we're going to use soft Mozart, which we absolutely adore. We love soft Mozart since like Isabella was 2. And we're going to use it to learn to play piano, read music, write music, musical notation, and to learn about composers, because they have a really great system online that you actually learn a lot from them. So next we're going to do visual arts. So we're going to learn about some famous artists like we did last year, but we're going to choose, I chose a bunch of artists, but that's because I'm actually using curriculum kits from Art History Kids, and I am hoping we can get to all these. So we have Claude Monet, Vincent van Gogh, Henri Matisse, Pierre Mondrian, Pablo Picasso, Georgia O'Keeffe, Rene Magritte, Jackson Pollock, and Andy Warhol. And I'm going to include that we are learning about art history and expression. So this is going to be tied into other areas. So we're going to learn about some geography in here. We're going to do reading, obviously, with this. And, of course, creating art ourselves. So next is physical education. So I'm going to write that Isabella does soccer. And both kids are actually going to be doing soccer this year, so that's really exciting anyway. And also, we do some daily physical exercise because I think that is extremely important. So we either use our Wii and we dance with the Zumba class, and otherwise we do some basic exercises and instruction and practice. So that would be like doing planks and jumping jacks and all that, you know, normal gym fun stuff. For bilingual education and or English as a second language, where the need is indicated, this is optional. If you're a native English speaker, you don't need to fill this out. So I wrote that we are native English speakers, and I also wrote that we're going to be learning Spanish and Italian with Rosetta Stone this year. We did that last year, so we're just going to continue that again this year. The following subjects here have to be covered during K to it has to be covered during kindergarten to 12th grade, and that's patriotism and citizenship, health education regarding alcohol, drug, and tobacco misuse, highway safety and traffic regulations, and fire safety. And so I'm just writing that patriotism and citizenship will be covered in history, and health will cover alcohol, drug, tobacco misuse, fire safety, and traffic regulations, and highway safety will be covered through readings, field trips, and lectures. So pretty much we will discuss these topics when it comes up, or when we, just for the year. We will use readings. We will go on field trips that, like, maybe we will go see our local FDNY, and so on and so forth. So that just makes it a little easier here. Now, our last page. And as you see, I told you this has already been filled out. I'm just doing this with you because I know last year I could have really used a video like this. Anyway, for dates of quarterly reports, that's what we're going to be filling out now. And you're going to want to make sure that your year has been split up as balanced as possible. You're also going to want to take a look at the form that came with your packet that tells you when the due dates are for all your quarterly reports. So like our first quarterly report is due by November 15th, the second January 31st, the third April 15th, the fourth June 30th, and also the annual assessment is due June 30th. So I broke up our year between 10 to 12 weeks, I believe. And so our first quarter ends on November 10th, 2017. Our second quarter ends January 20th, 2018. Our third quarter ends April 13th, 2018. And our fourth quarter ends June 25th, 2018. And then everything will be submitted. And then you sign your name, you write your name, and you're good to go.
Okay guys, so I hope you found this really helpful, and if you did, make sure you give us a like. If you have any comments or questions, please comment down below. Check out our description box because there's always so much fun things going on in there. And that's it. So as always, subscribe and share, and I hope to see you next time, whether it is talking about homeschooling or you watching Isabella's reviews of her books or science experiments or crafts or what have you. I can't wait to see you next time, right here on Blooming Brilliant, where you grow smart. One more party,